The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Fantastic Forum, assemble. You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is our riddle inside of an enigma trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Next, he is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He is our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
We'll put in all that hard work for that background, and all we got is dots.
There it is. As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Amir Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. Shout out to Moses Magnum. He'll be here any moment. But until then, you got the rest of us. Yeah, but it's all good because we got a great show for you today. We are going to be talking to you all about Absolute Green Lantern #1. And we're going to be talking to you all about I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer #1 as well. So we got two reviews for you today. And of course, whatever else it is that you all want to be talking about. And we'll tell you how it is that you can do that or tell us what that is in just a moment. But before we do, we want to make sure that we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, the show would not exist. So thank you, Scott Rubin. Hope all is well with you, good sir. And with that said, let's go ahead and have the intern do their thing.
Want to get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
fantasticforum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
Fantasticforum.live is the place to be, the place to go ahead and check us out. Let us know what you want to hear. You can hit us, hit the call-in button. You'll be right now the fourth member, the coveted fourth member of Fantastic Forum, if you like to do that. Or you can go ahead and jump into the chat. We'll hit you on you come on to YouTube and just jump in there, and we will take your comments directly out of the chat and bring them into the show, such as Jay. Insert a witty chat comment here for me, good sir.
Taking Tugboat says, good afternoon, FF, and a good night to Oz.
It's a good night to Oz. Everyone knows that. Good night to Oz.
I don't know what that means. That sounds like a threat.
Listen. Oh, you know what it means, Oz. Look, don't act like you don't know. You know what you be doing out there. Good. It's a good night to Oz. That sounds like the catchphrase Oz came up for himself in high school. It's a good night to Oz. I'm not mad at it. So cool. Gents, how are you all feeling? You all making it on this fine Wednesday evening? Okay. Listen. Don't call about me at once. I don't look too much energy. Everyone calm down.
Taking Tugboat says, I mean the time of day.
Oh. Okay. I think
because it's nighttime where Oz is.
Oh.
Service saying good night, Oz.
Sounds like backgammon to me.
Got you. I mean, listen, I understand it's still light out, but I don't know if you can say good afternoon technically to us here in the West, on the West Coast. Like, it's bright out, but it's still like it's evening, right? Like it's past 6. Or am I wrong in that?
About it being past 6?
Well,
No,
about that being the
wrong.
evening. About that being the evening, even if it is light out, right? Like if we lived in Alaska, during that time when it's all bright, right? you don't say like good afternoon to people, even though it's like 9 o'clock at night, right? Like, okay.
You know what's
I
a
was
good
like,
one?
listen, everyone's like, I'm not trying to be a part of this conversation at all. I'm not. That's okay.
I mean,
You
what
just
do you all want to
reminded
talk
me of
about?
30 Days a Night.
That's a good book.
I was just gonna say, when I was doing the show from North Dakota in the summer, I mean, sunset would be like almost 11 o'clock.
PM?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. How did that mess with your sleep schedule?
It wasn't my sleep schedule that got messed up. It was my work schedule, because that's when I could do 14, 15 hours straight, because sun still out, still work.
Dang, you just programmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. But yeah, man. So, but okay. Look, we will take the good afternoon from you taking Tugboat. You're good people. So, look, taking Tugboat said, if I wanted to threaten Oz, I'll go Godfather status and say, you have a lot of nice things in this office. Be ashamed if something happens. There it is. And that's what's real. So we know Taking Tugboat knows how to threaten somebody if that's the case. So
Bring it. I'm in the Midwest. There's a lot of firearms.
Yeah. So today,
and I have a ferocious wolf to. Where is he? He's asleep.
Where's my ferocious wolf?
Hex says our call-in links aren't working.
What? Why is the link not working? What? Uh-oh. That's weird. Hold on. That is very strange. I'll have to take a look at that.
Mo's gonna have to have a talk with HR, because there's so much stuff missing.
Yeah. I'll try. Okay. Try it now, Hecht. See if that changes. So anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Did I oh wait, yeah, because you're going to StreamYard, I'm assuming. Fantasticforum.com or fantasticforum.live and getting the call-in button. Yeah, if it doesn't work, let me know. Look, Heck says stocks falling even more. No. Let's take Tugboat saying, Jay.
He says, I don't know if you mentioned it in the last podcast. What do you think of the new Marvel Rivals skins?
See, now, I actually haven't been playing Marvel Rivals, so I haven't seen the skins firsthand. However, I do know that they exist because, I mean, it's Hellfire Gala skins, one. And they got, like, Krakoa as a stage as well. They brought White Queen in, and everybody's like, White Queen is no joke in that. And look, they said, and I saw a video, but again, I haven't actually tested this out myself. But they basically were saying that Marvel Rivals, Emma Frost has jiggle physics, but for her thighs. And I'm like, man, like that's something else if that's the case. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, I'm not mad at it at all. I'll be lying to you if I said that I couldn't appreciate a good thigh jiggle. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, I like it. Are
we already on season 2 for Rivals?
Yeah, I think they just went to season 2.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to look up the skins, and it's listing them as the season 2 skins.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, they're chugging along, right? They are chugging along.
I can't get a decent sized picture of these.
We have Hecht. Hecht is in the building.
Finally.
What up there, Hecht? Finally.
What's up?
Hecht has come back to Fantastic Four.
Look, and then Mo came with me.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. He's the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Four.
Shut up. I ain't backbone of shit.
Well, you're not the backbone of
This
shit,
fucking camera's not fucking working. I have to use the shitty shit on the fucking shit computer.
I don't I don't feel like that makes you not the backbone, Moses.
If I was the backbone, the shit would be working. Like, the shit would be working. The shit was working last week. And it's like, I love the dude I worked with. He let me borrow his lens. That's when we filmed the shit we did at WonderCon. But he didn't give me my lens back. So I can't use the good camera that's reliable. So it's like, I have to deal with this shit. And it worked last week. It ain't working this week for whatever the fuck reason it doesn't want to work. Now, that's the shit that makes me look good. Now I look like you're watching this pile of shit right here.
Well, we're glad you're here, Mo. Mo, Mo, you look so angry.
Yeah, that's what, because I have this shit lighting with this shit camera.
I'm sorry, friend. I'm not trying to laugh at your pain. I promise you.
Yeah,
it's
of
like I
course
want
not.
I want you to be happy. I want you to look good and feel good every time you do Fantastic Forum, and when you don't do Fantastic Forum.
Yeah, well,
But I promise you, you don't look nearly as bad as you think.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you what's the truth, man.
It ain't the truth. Your eyes don't even fucking work.
He's like, your broken eyes don't know what I look like. Now,
this is
what I will say to you, okay. Look, I was gonna say, which I don't even think you can hear me. I was gonna say, what you do need to do though is move the microphone like over to the left a little, or maybe to his right, so it's not in his face, but
All right, that's a little better.
Now, Mo, you do need to move your microphone, I think, a little bit to your right, so it's not in your face.
Well, do you think I want to see my face in this shit computer? This fucking camera? Like, this is a thing say to me. It's blocking my fucking face.
The audience wants to see your face.
Fuck the audience.
He's pulling the Wizard of Oz right now.
Yeah.
It's like he's pulling a Wizard of Oz right now. Is that what we said?
Yeah, he's hiding behind the mic.
Ain't nobody touching my wand.
Okay, got it.
Wizards have staff.
So Mo, we were just talking about Marvel Rivals Season 2, how they released some Hellfire Gala skins and a Krakoa
How Emma Frost is giggly all over.
There it is.
And that's good. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
awesome. The new skins. Yeah, yay. The world's a better place now.
Isn't Emma Frost a whole new character, not just skin?
Emma Frost is a new
I worry about the
character,
Nintendo Switch fucking pre-sale not happening.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up.
Fucking, I paid all my bills last minute, got new payment plans, thinking that shit was gonna happen, and fucking, yeah.
I was like, the world is a friggin' dumpster fire.
I mean, look, it's going to shit, and I'm trying to have a smooth shit, a nice fiber, fluffy metal mucil shit experience with the world, and it's just becoming the hard, hemorrhoid-inducing, fissure-causing shit all fucking every fucking day.
I don't even know what to say to that. Like, what does Taking Tugboat say to that, Jay?
Taking Tugboat says, Mo let me borrow Bug Wars, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And when they dropped it off, Mo gave me a really good drink, which it sounds like he needs right now.
What was the
that
drink?
was a really good drink. It was an Imperial Stout from I don't even know the brewery, but it was a brewery out in Joshua Tree, I think.
That's cool.
Emily and her sisters went for and they brought it back for me, and it was like a 32-ounce can, and it's 11% alcohol, and And the taste, it tasted like, it tasted like everything that comforts me. It tasted like a thick espresso with cigarettes dropped in it, like burnt cigarettes dropped in it. And man, like it reminded me. It took me back to like when I could calm down. Just remembering it right now, I'm having a sensory memory, and you can hear it in my voice. It's like it really calmed me down. Like from when I used to work in a restaurant. Like that's what that working in a restaurant feels like. That tastes.
No, I can definitely see it in your voice, which is good because I can't see it in your face.
Yeah, good, yeah.
This fool cracked himself up. He's taking his own joke. He's like, who said that?
This is no alcohol me, so get used to it.
That's hilarious.
He finds himself funny.
Hey, as you should.
Amazing things happen when Oz is sober.
That's hilarious. I love that. But yeah, man, I was actually very disappointed about the
my joke.
I'm talking about the Switch 2 pre-orders. Like
you guys lost me at $90 games.
Yeah,
$80.
It's funny. Like all the discourse I've heard, like that's losing a lot of people.
Yeah,
like Lawrence is the only person I've heard like speak up for Nintendo on that point.
Yeah,
I mean, now don't get me wrong. I'm not really speaking up for Nintendo so much because it is expensive. But what I am saying is games, I think, probably have been underpriced for a long time. And so, like, I think $80. Yeah. Games cost a lot of money to make.
But they make so much so fast. Like, I mean, you look at like
most games.
Red Dead Redemption made more than Endgame in 2 days than Endgame in a month. You know?
No, listen, I'm not disagreeing with you in that. But what I'm saying is most games aren't Red Dead Redemption. Like, not only are most games not Red Dead Redemption, but like not even a quarter of games are Red Dead Redemption. Like it's like pointing to like you're literally taking the 1% and acting like that's what everyone that puts out a game makes. And that's not the case, right? Like we know that. But then on top of that, it's like the amount of money you spend to produce like a Red Dead Redemption. Like let's put it like this. More games cost almost as much as Red Dead Redemption than games make as much money as Red Dead Redemption by far.
I don't think that's.
You don't think so?
No. But what I can't tell you is this: I'm not too worried about the price of games because one, backwards compatibility. Like I'm busy playing a bunch of other games, and it's going to be in a better, bigger screen, and they have that. And again, the battery life now, and the one I've had for now, like 5 years, the battery life isn't what it used to be. So it's, so I could use an upgrade. Like I wanted to buy a new one just to have like better battery life and, the OLED, just a little bit of experience. Like, cause there's games that I mistakenly bought on the Switch just cause I knew I would have more availability and time to play, but they don't work on that small screen as well. And like, your Skyrims, it's like I have to, like, I play that docked and it's great. I play it in the pot. It's like, and it's like, so on a bigger screen, like those will probably work better, or if they don't, then I'm also a member of like Nintendo Online where I get all those N64 games, and now they're doing the GameCube ones.
Right.
On that. So there's a lot of games I'm gonna be playing for what I'm already paying on the yearly fee. And like there's a lot of games I didn't play on the GameCube. There's a lot on it I didn't play on the N64 that I could go back. So a lot of times I've been like, even with my Switch now, I've been playing a lot of like old Game Boy games I didn't get to play, like old Super Nintendo games because I never had a Super Nintendo, so
right.
It's like that alone for me is worth of the console. And then as far as buying new games, like, I mean, we'll see what the next generation of those games, because they like, especially now, those are going to cost that. It's like people paying $90 for a Switch game. What they're going to pay like $120 for an Xbox game, So it's they're setting the new bar. So it's like you thought you were gonna complain now. Wait till the next gen.
I do think that a big
part with that pussy.
A big part of it for me too is I just don't play as many games as I used to. And so if I'm playing fewer games, but still, having a good time, like I could probably pay, for like fewer games at a higher price point as long as they're quality games, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
you could get and then Nintendo.
If I was buying like 2 games every month, I would probably feel differently about it. But I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So
I was talking to a guy today at the shop, and he's like, I mean, he finished all of like the new Monster Hunter. And he's just like, now I'm just sitting there, we're just waiting,
right,
for DLC now. Like, so it's like, and that game just came out like not too long ago. So it's like I could see him like having a problem like that, but I don't have that problem. They also do the crazy sales for all the games that aren't like even Nintendo games. Like they'll knock it off like 20% usually. But like if you go into like the best sellers, you always see a bunch of cheap games that are kind of like they're like independent games, but some of those are pretty good. Like there's that one knockoff game that was like it was knockoff of like was it Breath of the Wild? It was like Phoenix Rising or something.
Oh yeah.
And
I heard that was a good game.
Yeah, it turned out to be a really good game, and it like it was at the store for like $4. You know? And it's like the same quality as like as Breath of the Wild, and it's like it's definitely not like one of the crappy games. Yeah,
but yeah,
I think parts of it better.
Which one? Which one?
So there are parts of that game I like better than Breath of the Wild.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, well, there you go. Yeah. I know that it has like I've heard at least that it has like really good puzzles, and so
the puzzles are great.
Yeah, and so and I know that they've
and the weapons don't break.
There it is. That is definitely a big part of the Breath of the Wild experience. So yeah, man. So we'll see, but man, like I know that the president has put a moratorium on many of the tariffs that were going to happen. So we'll see if that affects the
if there's one thing I hate in a leader is lack of conviction.
Well, hey, listen, I what I will say is if you do something and it's the wrong thing because of what happened, at some point you gotta give people credit for like actually changing their mind and like doing the right thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that about President Trump necessarily, because I don't know that he gonna end up like I don't think he's changed his mind. I think he just stopped it for now. I don't know like why you would do that if you
he didn't stop it. The reptilian overlords made him stop.
Okay. Listen, okay. You guys ready to talk about some comics?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, wait, before that, real quick. You guys didn't see that new Superman footage? The teaser, the was it like it wasn't like a trailer, but it was like a sneak peek.
It's like the first 4 minutes, like how they did Dark Knight.
Where Crypto's jumping.
That's the first 4 minutes of the movie?
Yeah, that's like the opening of the movie.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was that because they mixed in a lot of other footage after.
That's what I heard. It
sizzle
was
reel, but even still, if that's it, like I mean, fuck. I saw those robots, and I was like, man, I think.
Yeah. Look, once I hear the sweet tones of Two Dicks.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's Jay, did you get to see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh man, it does. It did give me vibes because we went to see that screening once of All-Star Superman before it came out. Me and Jay, and I was like, it kind of gave me vibes of that kind of feel. And
okay.
And so it's like I can't. I hate that I can't be mad. See, this is how my day's going. I can't be mad at James Gunn even. Like,
and we've both been in that position where we're in too much pain to get up, and then the dog starts jumping on you.
yeah. I think I die in my sleep, and my dog wakes me up. Because that's what she was. That's what Crypto was doing in it. If you see it, it's like Crypto was acting almost like a service dog to him, and like doing all this. Like if he had a cold or he went into a seizure or something. Like they use Crypto really good, and I'm like, man. Now if he fights a magic being, even like that's gonna be tight too, because he's impervious to magic.
I'm just glad he took him to the fortress that was like right there.
Right.
Because when I saw the first trailer and I saw that there's a little piece of that scene, I was like, is Crypto gonna drag him all the way to Kansas? Because he says go home. Like, geez, I know he can fly, but he's like dragging him.
Where do you think Crypto's gonna come from in this movie?
Krypton.
Yeah?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I think I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
at this point, who cares? Like, I mean, what they're doing with him seem fun and seem like I can't be. I mean, he's a rewrite though. Well, he's a rewrite character that he wrote in afterwards.
So is that true? I thought he was.
Yeah, we did the news story. Like he had written the script already, and then he adopted a dog. And he's like, "Oh man, I need Crypto in this," and then he rewrote the script.
That's a bad reason to put Crypto into a.
Hey, but with the scene I saw, I liked. So
I wish Crypto was a different kind of dog too.
Yeah, but I mean,
like Crypto looks like a shelter dog.
That's
shelter dogs.
I don't have anything against shelter dogs. I just don't think, like, when I think about a superheroic looking animal, it's not a shelter dog. It's like a different type of dog.
Sounds I'm not discriminatory, man.
I mean, hey, listen, if look, you could even say, for instance, like we talk about, like, say, like not a pit bull, but like, say, but even like, look, a pit bull is a notoriously tough dog, right? A pit bull wouldn't be the right kind of dog for Crypto, though. It just doesn't seem like it would fit. It's not about, the shelter dog like being lesser. It's just not the right fit, but that's just an opinion. It looks like it does look fun, like the way like Crypto acts like a dog in that scene, and that is endearing, but
I wish he would have.
That's how the movie starts. That'll be interesting. Wait, say again.
I wish he would have flown Superman instead of dragging him, but
yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure that, like, in my mind, that's not, like, when I think about an opening for a Superman movie, that's not where my mind would go necessarily. But that doesn't mean anything.
The only thing that bugged me about that is when they showed like the other clips. And there's one, and I don't know if you guys remember when they put out that picture of him like putting on his boots, while like stuff's getting blown up in the background.
Mm-hmm.
They showed a piece of that scene, and he's sitting there talking to Lois with like a cup of coffee or tea or something. Meanwhile, all this nonsense is going on behind him. I think I saw like Green Lantern fighting it. And he's just there chilling in his apartment. Like this isn't like, we made fun of that for that picture.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't helping.
Yeah, no, I hear that. All right. Well, look, speaking of Green Lantern, we got a book to review. Let's talk about Absolute Green Lantern #1. That's nice.
Can't wait till somebody draws over.
Comic book review.
Comic
book like review.
Well, not like that, but like.
Before you start, taking note in chat says, I have a shelter dogs and I'm offended, Larry. Canceled.
I've been canceled before. No, I haven't actually. I haven't. Please don't cancel me. I don't know what to do. No, I don't know how to handle it. No, do it.
Emily took a picture because Stella was asleep, and then when she saw everything that Crypto was doing, she got up at the edge of the bed and was like looking at the screen, like she was really into it. And we did it twice, and both times she was really into it. So I took a picture. I put it in our pre-production chat. I was trying to put it up here, but I wasn't able to.
She probably understood what Crypto was saying.
I think so.
All right. So Absolute Green Lantern #1 came out last week, if I'm not mistaken. We are here to review it. Oz, you're just showing off your shiny Green Lantern cover. I'm assuming that's Absolute Green Lantern #1. Now, did you find that in your shop, or was that in your local comic shop, or did you have to order that?
No, they had like 5 of these there, and then they had like 15 of the white cover.
Wow. Those are really like that glossy green cover is really stunning.
Yeah, I read the white cover, so I haven't taken this one out of the package even. It's still
And like I'm not one
eyes light up.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's like those covers are great because they don't give you anything of the interior art in it.
Wait, what are you trying to say, Moses? Are you trying to say you weren't a fan of the interior art for?
No, not at all.
No. Okay. Now, what was it about the art style that you weren't feeling?
It was like manga art type style.
You think so?
But I think that's what it was trying to do. But it's like an amateur, like from one of those amateur like fan fiction manga sites where people are still learning to draw manga. Like that's what it looked like. Yeah. Yeah, like, and you could like I could see I could see that it's drawn digitally, and it's like it just it's like the expressions are all weird, and
I mean, we did the what was it, the Fractured Rectum book, and we talked about how young all the characters look, and it's the same thing with this, especially like this manga wannabe style. It like they all look like kids, almost.
Even the old man that yells at them at the end.
God damn.
Now, granted, the art does move the story along well too. Like, so I can't it works for what it does. This is not what I would want in the Absolute book. Yeah.
Oh, just Absolute period. Like it.
Yeah, I mean, or Green Lantern or DC. Like, if I read this in an independent comic that I bought at at WonderCon or something, like.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind, it's actually well put together, but it feels like somebody just like rushed through it on their iPad.
What was that comic that we reviewed that I said the faces were really good? Was it Creepshow?
It might have been.
Yeah, maybe.
This book reminded me kind of like that. I'm not saying the art was anywhere near that.
Yeah.
But the expressions on the characters in this comic kind of moved the story along. Like you can see the expression on their face, like, oh shit, something big's happening,
Yeah, they're just a little exaggerated. Well, definitely, like, I know Hal Jordan is distressed, but he looks a little too distressed. If like
that's pants pooping distress.
Yeah, almost like chibi style, like where in anime, like the character looks cool and everything normally, but then he freaks out, like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was that exaggerated, like to that point that you're talking about.
Right, but
it's
that's
very
what it felt
exaggerated.
like. Yeah.
So, what did you think of the art, Jay?
Oh, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Especially some of the more cosmic-y stuff I thought looked really cool.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly didn't have an issue with the art myself. And so like after listening to what you all just said, it's like I can see some of the things that you're talking about where, some of those criticisms. I don't know though that I do believe the people are supposed to be younger, but that remains to be seen. Like we only get
I mean, one was about to be chief of police.
yeah,
how young does he need to be?
right.
Yeah.
No, I hear that.
But I mean, like Hal. Who was the other one? John Stewart, right?
Yeah.
Hal, John Stewart, and
Joe
Sojourner.
Yeah,
it might just be Joe in this one.
They all look between like 20 to 35. So I mean,
yeah, I mean it could fit. Like, let's say she made her job, her like law enforcement, her job right after high school, and she does 4 years and goes up the ranks. Like, if she could be 26, like that's fine,
Yeah.
But in a small town, chief of police in a small town, like I can see that. Like, it's not super strange, but it just when they're drawn this young, like in the design, it's a little weird.
Yeah. I should mention the book's written by Al Ewing. The art is done by Janoy Lindsay, lettered by Lucas Gattoni. So just so we know who's responsible.
I do love the focus on the absence of light thing, like story wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit's like really cool. Like I'm like, why didn't Grant Morrison do this with Liam Sharp? Yeah. And then like Joe said, the art does show good stuff with the cosmic-y stuff, like just the little flourishes of like the darkness moving around, But yeah, I mean they're fighting the darkness, like from the darkness from Top Cow Comics.
Yeah, how did you feel about the story, Oz?
Nah, I don't like it.
And
I don't think the art helped it at all. Like there's stuff that just bugs me. Like why did a random ass lantern symbol just crush a city? Like it's just there, and maybe they'll find out that later. But then they show me a dude. I'm like, Saint Walker. Why does he got 4 arms? That's Abin Sur. And why is he naked? Like he doesn't even have his outfit on. I don't know. I didn't like it.
And it killed some people, but didn't others.
Like the symbol just like smashed the city. And then I mean it's a cool thing. It did have a cool moment where the bikers were going too fast through the city, and so one of them just like smashes into it because it shows up out of nowhere.
Right.
Like, that's cool, but I want to know, like, I don't think it's a ship. I don't know what's happening there.
And when Hal touches it, it's like it's like spongy.
It's Jello. It's a big old Jello mold.
I like Jello.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't like Hal Jordan being Black Hand. Like it feels like they're trying to get all the these Absolute books are. Well, I guess I'm thinking of the Flash book too. They're trying to get all these other characters with the same title and throw it in there somehow. Like, the Flash is a Wally West story, but they have to throw in Barry Allen. So I feel like they're doing that here with this, and I mean, good luck. There's a lot of Earth Lanterns, so.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, do you feel it's better? The one did it better or worse than the Flash? Because I can see what you're saying with these Absolute books like that. Because even the Batman one, like right off the bat, you have all like some of his Rose Gallery is like his childhood home friends, And so it's like they're all kind of doing that a little bit, and it's for me, it's an easier way to introduce somebody because you don't want to do new whole origins. That's one of the things I hated about Ultimate Spider-Man was like the new like Green Goblin's origin. Like that felt like that was drawn out, And it's like I already know how he's gonna be. Like just.
You think you know.
I mean, it turned out the same. You tell me. Yeah.
I think that's why Absolute Batman is good because they show you the Rogues Gallery, but none of them are rogues yet, if at all.
Right. You know enough if they will be or won't be. Like
the only one for sure, and not even him is Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This book is setting up Hal Jordan as the villain.
Well, and he's that you're not a fan of?
No.
And
the only time it was done right was Parallax, and then that was even effed up when they tried to fix it. Or
I mean, they took like 20 years to get to that point there. You know, like,
that was a slow burn.
Yeah, do you want to do another 20 years in the absolute?
No, you're showing me all these characters that I like as Lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except the good ones. I didn't see Jessica. Like nobody even mentioned her.
Right.
But are they going to get the power, or is it just Sojourner?
I mean, this is what we're reading the book for, right? To find out the answers to these questions. Because now, don't get me wrong, like from a story perspective, I'm kind of with you all. Or what I'll say is this: I didn't dislike the book, but it did. This is a classic example of, you having a cover of a comic, and what you get in the book isn't what's on the cover. Like you're like, I feel like I was being sold this absolute Green Lantern to like, at least get familiarized with, but that character is not in the book, really, right?
She's in the last page.
Right. So I'm like, okay. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't want Hal Jordan, because I'll take Hal Jordan too. But then, you're kind of slow burning what we're doing with Hal Jordan, and we got the Black Hand thing going on, of course, but it's just like, okay, like, why is that happening and all that kind of stuff, and so what I'm hoping for is a Green Lantern book, and I'm not getting a Green Lantern book as of yet. It is doing a slow burn thing that I'm still intrigued with, but it's an interesting choice. It's almost the same kind of thing that happened with like the Silverhawks book, where it's like, it's like, so we're gonna do a book about Silverhawks, but we're not gonna put any of the Silverhawks that we know in the book, really. And at the last page, we'll give you one of them. And it's like, that's not like, we didn't pay the price of admission to like, just get like teased with a final page, right? We wanted, hopefully, the thing we paid for. And it's like, okay, well, and there's a way you can do that and it still be phenomenal, but I don't know if this was the way.
But you're not getting it.
Yeah, like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I firmly believe issue 2 of Absolute Green Lantern is going to be a better issue than 1 was. But you don't want like people to be like, okay, the next issue will probably be better. That's not the takeaway that you want from somebody reading the first issue of your comic, right? The takeaway is, that was amazing. I need the second one right now. Right? Like, that's ideally, that's what everybody's trying to, that's the feeling I would hope every comic book writer, every comic book artist, every letterer, colorer, editor, everybody's trying to help create that feeling. I need issue 2. And, this was like, I don't know that I don't know that I need issue 2. It's like, I'm going to probably read it still because, like, honestly, let's put it like this. If this was the first Absolute book that came out, I don't know how I would even feel about what was going on with the Absolute line. Could you imagine, as opposed to like, say, Absolute Batman #1 or Absolute Wonder Woman, even Absolute Superman? I feel like all those books made a very distinct impression.
Well, even when you look at all those books and the art, and then you compare this one, even Martian Manhunter took like a different artistic style to it too.
Right.
But I didn't feel as jarred about that one as I did this one. Like, this is Absolute art. Yeah.
How do you feel about Lantern's costume outfit? That
like
motorcycle
the actual
jacket? Yeah, it looks like she's in street clothes.
Jay, how do you feel about that? I haven't heard from you about it aside from the art.
I didn't pay that much attention to the uniform, her lantern uniform.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like it's feeling like the what was that Superman, right, with the t-shirt.
Connor,
it's definitely
52.
The New 52 Superman with the jeans and the t-shirt. It's definitely giving that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Huh?
Action Comics when they started New 52. Yeah.
Right, when they did New 52, right. Yeah, that Action Comics Superman. It's definitely giving that kind of vibe. But at the same time too, like I'm not thinking like this is going to be the final costume, right?
Well, I thought it was what she was wearing when they ran into Ebon Sur, but I looked back and she's wearing sweats.
So that might actually be the costume, is what you're saying?
I hope not.
Look, would you prefer this?
She had such a fashionable costume in the regular DC. Like, I even like the instead of the mask, she had the sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. How would you feel like which Green Lantern, as far as design choices, would you prefer? Would you prefer the streetwear kind of look at the end of this book, or the Guy Gardner from the new Superman flick?
Oh, well, I haven't even gotten a good look at that Guy Gardner.
Well, they're kind of the same. Like, and what sucks about that costume though is like it's not even green. Like,
it's primarily white.
Yeah, and it's like
that's a version of Guy Gardner. Like, there is a Guy Gardner.
Yeah, but that's what nobody. Again, like my Guy Gardner was more the other one. Like, he wasn't even a Green Lantern, really. He was using a Yellow Lantern when I became a fan. So,
yeah, when he had the black jacket, he wasn't any lantern. He was Warrior.
Yeah, that was pretty much when I got into him.
Yeah. Which?
And I only liked it because my brother called him Gay Gardner. And I'm like, what? Like he's gay for real? It's like, no, he's not, but he just sucks. And I'm like, nah, you can't really suck. He looks so cool. and then that's how I started reading it. I was like, yeah, this guy is kind of cool.
That's funny. So yeah, it's it's an interesting book. The way that, like, the choice, and again, this is kind of the thing, right? Like sometimes people make choices, and I'm sure like this book makes some strong choices that I may not personally agree with. But it's interesting that I feel like all of us here, maybe with the exception of Joe, might feel that way as well. But I think we all feel that way for different reasons, though. Like there's different choices that we're like, I wonder why they did that.
I like the choices.
Yeah, right. And look, if Joe likes it, that means it might be the most successful Absolute book.
Well, the thing is, especially the rolling out of these Absolute books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I didn't read that.
I forgot he was wearing. Like, no, I didn't read that. But
I forgot he had
Mo a fan. He's like
Assless chaps.
Yeah, that's made Mo a fan.
You can't call them assless chaps. That's redundant. Like chaps are by nature are assless because they go over your pants.
That's true.
Or nothing at all.
But nothing at all.
But yeah. But like when I read him, he was like with the with the blue jacket and the dark clothes, like kind of like that, but with with the yellow ring. Yeah, I mean that looks cool too.
Does he have powers there?
He's wearing a yellow ring. It's a small image.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember this at all. Like I was not into DC.
This was after before I want to say like 88 and 89 before Image took over, but it was like the precursor to like that type of hero, like anti-hero type,
Yeah. No, it definitely is giving like extreme era.
Oh, I know what
Uh.
Mo is talking about. Yeah, I remember this too.
It was like he wasn't like a Green Lantern, and then like when he got the green ring, it was the same exact outfit, just black and green instead of the denim jacket and the black jeans. Yeah,
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
he took that ring from Sinestro.
yeah. That's when that's the exact issue where my brother's like, huh, "Gay Gardner," and I'm like, "He looks cool." Yeah,
Now he's tougher than ever.
yeah.
That's what it said on the cover.
Yep. And I remember reading that issue and I'm like, this shit's tight. What are you talking about? He's like Gay Gardner.
He looks like an adult version of the redhead from Captain Planet.
He is.
Powers
He kind of
combined. All right, so back to Absolute Green Lantern #1.
I gotta get that issue again.
Hold on, I got one more Guy Gardner that I think
okay.
I think should have been used for the movie. I think if you really like want to James Guns it up, you go with this version.
Come on, is that Guy Gardner?
Dude, that was tight.
What is that?
That's him as Warrior.
Yeah, when he gets all burned up and shit, that's what it looks like under his construct suit.
I think they're trying to make him Punisher because he's got like giant guns and shit.
Yeah, look at them arms. Fucking guns.
James
Ridiculous.
Guns.
Ridiculous.
I typed in Guy Gardner Warrior and that was like one of the first images that popped up.
No, but when I really liked him was really like was the death of Superman because he was cool in that.
I hated him in that, dude. I hated him.
I remember him in that.
No, that was the shit. Like, and that's where like when my brother, he kept saying Gay Gardner, I'm like, he's not gay. But he might be. Like, that's why he's so angry.
There it is.
I hated him in Death of Superman, dude.
But that was the design I liked, like that, like the blue denim jacket with the black clothes.
The look was good. The attitude I didn't like.
Yeah, nah,
but an asshole.
I mean, yeah, but that's his whole thing. He's an asshole. That's I don't know. That's why I don't think they should have gotten like Nathan Fillion for that part.
Well, maybe he seems like an asshole.
I mean, he could probably pull it off. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to see Guy Gardner in Absolute. I'll buy the issue and give it to my brother. It's Gay Gardner.
So, what are you all thinking about this book? As far as like, I guess we should, we have any final thoughts before we do some ratings on Absolute Green Lantern #1? Okay,
I liked it.
Okay,
it felt like a fucking like CSI kind of show, but a comic.
Mm-hmm.
But like the beginning, because it's not the whole show yet.
It's like the opening scene before the guy screams.
Yeah.
Jay, what did you think of the story? That I didn't get your take on the story. I know you enjoyed it and stuff, but tell me what you liked about it. Like,
just Hal is like, I just thought he was interesting. Like, this isn't the normal Hal. Like, he's all like messed up and he's got this power he doesn't understand, and he's like literally like afraid of it because it keeps eating people. And like just his journey I thought was an interesting one. Not like a metaphorical journey, like him just walking and like trying to get from one place to the other without people fucking with them.
Right.
Like it almost feels like when you talk about like how they had the CSI, it also feels like a Supernatural episode too. Like the opening scenes,
You got to put salt around him to keep it under control.
Yeah, before the guy screams.
Right.
Oz before the guy screams. I thought you. I think it like right in the middle of Jay talking. So that's why I went right to him. I saw you go for the button, and then you did it, and then you just ignored it altogether.
I pulled it up. I was pulling up the next book.
But yeah, that's really what I liked about the story too. Like the way, like it as a number one, like my gripe was only really with the art. Like I do like the story, and I like this new reimagining of, and I'm not a fan of reimaginings, but the way they deployed these absolute books too, like not all at once, is like it's not too much change at once. So I could get used. Like once Superman was very different, I'm like okay. Like all right, and then Wonder Woman was so good, and Batman's been so good, and Martian Manhunter, like Flash. So it's like okay, now I'm ready. Like this could be my DC universe. I could be one of those little kids I hate that love Michael Bay Transformers.
There it is. All right, Heckman, why don't you give us a rating for Absolute Green Lantern #1?
I'm gonna give it a 4, but a low 4.
Okay.
I liked it, and really, I don't got no gripes about the art. I like that too.
Mhm.
But I'm into anime, chibi, manga shit, so
Mhm.
you know it ticked all the boxes that I need, but it has the slow burn as well. So we'll see if number 2 keeps me on board or not.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Let's go to you, Jay. What would you
I'm gonna
rate?
give it a 4. Like
Mhm.
I didn't have a problem with the art, although when looking at her prints for their prints for sale, she can do better. Or is it a he or is she?
You're talking about the artist?
Yeah,
I think it's a guy. Yeah.
Daniel
Yeah.
Hilliard.
he can do better, but I think he did a good job,
Okay. So 4
and
for you.
I enjoyed the story. Yeah.
Okay. Oz, what about you, man? What would you rate it?
Gonna go with 3. I'm hoping it'll get better, but I like the Hal Jordan stuff. His how the powers affecting him, like you said, that supernatural feeling for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the parts that they've shown that are actual Green Lantern parts. Like I didn't like Ivysaur. I didn't like the random ass symbol thing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know why Joe was chosen. Like, what's the criteria for choosing lanterns in this absolute universe, and why there's no actual uniform?
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, where's my girl Jessica or my boy Sinestro?
Okay. Look, there it is. Look, are you not worried about the other?
Yeah, well, you can't have a Green Lantern book without your top 2 lanterns of all time,
which is
Sinestro
Sinestro
and Jessica.
and Jessica Cruz. Oh, okay.
She's overcome more fear than anything. Like,
hey, yeah, she was agoraphobic.
In that universe, in this one, she's gonna be like an Indigo tribe.
Or the emo tribe.
I feel your pain.
Moses Magnum, what would you rate Absolute Green Lantern #1?
Man, the story for real is like a 5 to me. Like I really like it. Like this is a really good reimagining, and I know I didn't like everybody all at once, but I like that. I like how it's gonna it does feel like one of those TV shows like Roswell, or where everybody has like a shared experience and they all get different powers or powers together. It's almost like a Fantastic Four type story with Green Lantern in a sense, and or even that movie. What's that movie that was all shot like in found footage style? The superhero one.
Oh,
Cloverfield.
No. It was about. It was with
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, but
yeah,
but even like that movie, like they all have a shared experience and it affects them in different ways, and Like that with Green Lantern, like it that kind of entices me. Chronicle, yeah.
Chronicle,
So like that kind of entices me. And that's what it kind of feels like to me. So, I just the art was the only thing that I didn't enjoy. Like I just didn't feel it was up to this caliber. Like especially DC, like all year long's been doing so many. Like a lot of the books have had pretty good art, you know. And this. It's not that it's not good because like when Joe talked about these cosmic episodes, like scenes, like they look good too. And by the end, like that page where she does the Kool-Aid Man is like, hey, you know, like comes in through the wall.
The Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, like that part looks cool. Like that page looks cool as fuck. You know, like by the time I read that page with the art and the to be continued, I was like, where she's like, what happened to you? And then to be continued, I'm like, oh, like that page is like really good art. Yeah. So I like, so yeah, it just, the start of it, I was like, I just didn't enjoy it, but it all built up together and it all worked well together. So yeah, I guess I'll just stick it with a 5. I will definitely be reading number 2.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I would give it 3.5. Like it wasn't bad. I just think that it didn't hit me the way that especially like some of the other books in the Absolute line did. Or you know, honestly, it just didn't hit me. Like in my mind, it wasn't like the best first issue. But it's not bad. Like it's definitely like I would read issue 2 still myself, but I didn't feel compelled in the same way I did for a lot of other books that have come out even recently. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with 3.5, and but I actually have a lot of faith that it's gonna be like issue 2. I think is gonna be way better than the first one, but we'll see. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and make a transition to.
We can't transition anymore.
Say what to? I was a fashion school serial killer. Number 1.
Real quick. My computer is doing something odd, and I think I have to go.
Oh.
How's it doing?
Okay. Well, do you want to?
It's Windows update.
You want to rate the book before you go? Oh, I guess not.
Jay, you will not rate this. You will not rate anything. You are mine now, Jay. You will stick your hard drive in my mainframe.
He's having a moment.
I did screw up when he asked who the artist was. I looked up and I was looking at the next book.
Yeah. Best.
It's like Daniel Hilliard.
Yeah. And everybody went to like, yeah. And I'm like, what? You can see it because I have this shitty camera.
Janoy Lindsay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the dude.
He's back.
Jay has returned.
Yeah.
Jay, are you okay?
You are released.
Are you... We thought the computer took over your spot.
His insemination was complete. Sorry to disturb your moment.
So are you good? You have time to talk about this book?
I have a little time, yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, look, Oz, why don't you tell us about this joint, about what I was fashion.
I was actually surprised that you said you were interested in this because it doesn't look like it's your cup of tea necessarily.
Who, me?
Yeah, because it's a book about a fashion school student who is murdering people, skinning them, and turning their skin into clothes.
Did I say I was interested in it?
When he put the pictures of what he got at the comic book shop, you're like, "Oh, I was interested in that."
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Larry, I don't know what's wrong with you, man.
What do you mean, man?
Because when I read that too, I thought it was weird. Like Larry's interested in this too. Like and like even today, like just earlier this morning, it took two people to explain the plot of Devil's Rejects to make you comfortable with watching it.
Okay.
And this is like that movie's nowhere near as creepy as this book.
Like the other book you were looking at is Black Ritual. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, going down a dark path, Lawrence.
I mean,
He's hanging out
it's just
with
one
me
of
too
these
much.
things where, you know, like number ones come out, and I'm kind of like, huh, like that might be worth checking out. But you know, I figured it was obviously a book about a killer, but you know, it's like I was looking at it. Like I said, like I don't know if let's put it like this. I don't know how long it would have taken me to get to it if you didn't mention like the book itself. Like, hey, that might be a good, you know, I don't know. I think I would have gotten to it eventually.
Like,
but.
and I showed this cover because I really
cool
like this
cover.
cover. But the main cover, like, she's actually sewing people's skin together.
Right.
And I can't pull that up. Like, you can see the faces on like this giant
Yeah.
cloth that she's wearing. Like, it just looked nothing like.
Do it.
Do what?
Put the other cover.
I'm looking for it.
I think Larry just saw the white cover and he's like, this seems interesting.
I'll pray for you.
Honestly, I saw the title and I was just like, oh, okay. Like, you know, it's an interesting title, if nothing else, you know. But
this close to Easter, really?
Jesus wept.
Oh, you've been watching Hellraiser, huh?
There it is. Oh, geez, what? I don't know. What? But yeah, so what was it that drew you to this book, Oz?
I just like that cover.
It really just like the.
It's just cool. It's
I
interesting.
think that's the is that Janet homage. Was that Vogue? What cover?
Yeah,
was
the
that?
Vogue magazine cover that she did.
Yeah, and like the whole book, like it's got like the stories, like
they're all covers. There's a Beyonce cover, like a Beyonce tribute cover, because they know that she kills people for the Illuminati and all that.
Is that what they know?
And it's all covered, like she's all covered in eyes. Like the whole thing is all eyes, like the Beyonce cover.
Not Cowboy Carter.
Yeah. Not Queen Bee.
That's hilarious.
Not the like, hey, you better love me for what, and then let her man cheat.
So, you just, it was literally just the cover, Oz, and you're like, oh, let me pick that up.
Yeah, and it's number one, so
right,
might be interesting.
Okay, cool.
So I was interested in that one because that team has worked on other. So they did a book called Plush, which is about furry serial killers. They did one called Plastic, where it's a dude that he's a serial killer that finds his satiation without killing, like to leave killing and just be in a relationship with his girlfriend that he met online, but he met her online because he ordered her. She's a sex doll. So he just travels the country with the sex doll and just loves being with her. So instead of killing, he's just enjoying her everywhere.
Wait, so the sentient?
That one's called Plastic.
He says the sex doll sentient.
Oh, no, it's not. Or, well, I actually never read it. I just know these books and it's the same team, you know? And, but like the plot in that one is some guy figures out who he is and forces him to kill by threatening to destroy the doll.
What the fuck?
Because he's trying to reform himself. And so he gets all his gratifications from fucking the doll. And then this dude kidnaps the doll and forces him to kill like whoever he wants them to kill. This other serial killer.
Yeah.
So it's a theme with these dudes. So I wonder if there's like a universe, you know? So this one's like, oh man, like this one's like really on the nose. Like when you see Plush and you look at the covers, like you can see it's kind of horror-y, but you don't know what it's about. And then Plastic, same deal. And then There's another one called Vinyl, and that one I'm not sure what it's about. I mean, I remember reading about it, but I don't know exactly what it was.
Mhm.
And then this one, that's like the title's like, okay, we've been trying all this stuff with serial killers. This one will let you know that it's about serial killers.
Mm. Why do you think they did that for this book?
Because all the other ones you can't tell it's about serial killers by the name. Like you buy the comic book, it just says plastic, has a woman's face, and it's like maybe you buy it, maybe you don't.
Got it. But yeah,
that's why I
okay.
said that's why I did the impression of them calling this book that like okay, maybe they'll know it's about serial killers. You know, I have to do it 2 times now for you, Larry.
Yeah, but why, Mo? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Jay, how'd you like this book?
You know, I thought it was really good. Like, it starts off not slow exactly, but it does start off kind of typical. But it gets good. Like, it's really enjoyable.
And
the limp jaw does it for me right there. Where it just opens like, because he's like dead, he's got no skin, so it just opens.
This
like,
guy.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Jay. Sorry.
No, that was it, I think.
And so is it like the art, the story, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B?
No, I like the story.
Yeah. Okay.
The art is, I want to say, standard.
Okay.
But the story, no, there's a couple of, I like her hairpins.
Mm-hmm.
Those looked really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the story I think is really enjoyable, and she's an interesting character.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay.
I wonder how much we're gonna sympathize with her or empathize with her through this journey, because she lets you know, like, she is the bad guy.
Yeah. That's one of the things I liked about it, where it's like the point of view is from the bad person, and she knows she's a bad person. She has the compulsion, and she's like, and even like she wanted to kill a specific person at one point, and then she's like, this guy's worse. He deserves it. So she developed a code in the moment, but it's not even like, it might be just like self-serving in the sense that like he's got a little more skin that she could use for more clothes, And then, because even when she kills him, she's like, don't worry, it's gonna be quick, quicker than you deserve. And I thought that was so cool. Her design, because it takes place at a fashion school, a fashion institute in New York, like I really like the character designs in it too. Like, and this is where I wish it was more like manga style, because they get real creative with because this felt like that, like almost like a manga, like reading a manga in types of context, the type of narrative, and even the flow of it, and this is where it's like I would have liked more of a manga-esque look, but I'm happy to see that here in America we don't need nothing from no foreigners. We could get it here. So yeah, America first, America
right.
fist. Yeah, I'm a real American. But yeah, so like I love the way they did the hair, the way the character designs, like you can tell them by the way they dress, and the class system, because it's like you got the rich girl and the working class dude and the working class girl, and and then this girl, and then even the whole thing with I think that's where we kind of empathize with the bad guy, where she's got the skin condition that comes from her anxiety that forces her to kill eventually, So it's like you can see that with the colorist did that really well, where I don't think she actually changes color, but the way they they colored her in those different degrees of anxiety was
Mhm.
done for our benefit in a really, really subtle and beautiful way.
It's interesting because when she says that about the skin condition, I just assumed it was an excuse. Like I think she just has like she scratches as like a tick for when she wants to like kill people.
Yeah.
Like I don't think she actually has a skin condition, but I could be wrong about that. Like,
Well, the thing is, it could be that, but it turns purple for our benefit. So,
Mhm.
and that's where it's like different degrees of her anxiety, and she scratches more, and even
Yeah.
like the way she like that the way she fucked with the bully was really where she just touched her hand like
Mhm.
ever so lightly, and they're like, oh, that's so beautiful. Like I almost wish they would ruin this by making it a TV show and seeing that in motion in live action. Like,
Yeah. No, that was actually a really good moment. I agree. Like it was like kind of perfectly creepy.
yeah. Like, and I like my eyes darted to that on that page. Like, I don't know if that's a detriment to the book or not. So I didn't read
Mhm.
the 2 panels or word bubbles before it. I just
Mhm.
saw the hand, and I'm like, ooh! Like when I saw the hand on her touching the hand on the other hand, I'm like, I got all creeped out myself,
Yeah.
while I was reading
Mhm.
it. My eyes just darted to it, and it creeped me out. And I'm like, oh shit! Like,
Mhm.
and this is a lesson in how comics are made.
Right. So, Oz, do you feel like did the book live up to the cover?
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
It felt like a TV episode.
Mhm.
A lot of talking, but having it from her point of view, from the killer's point of view, made it more interesting because you could see where like she really wants to murder this person.
Mhm.
Like she wants to, and then something happens that snaps her out of it. Like, oh, she's just annoying, but I got used to it, so now I like her. Now I want to murder this other person.
Right.
It's an interesting character. Um, I don't like the when she actually does kill somebody, just because like for what she does with the blood, like there wasn't that much blood left in that body. The way
Right.
she killed that
Yeah.
dude, like,
Mhm.
She
but
get
I
that
don't know.
dude a little water.
That's just dumb. Artistically, it makes sense.
If it was a
Right.
CW show, you wouldn't question it.
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
say
if I was watching the CW, I'd be questioning other things.
Weren't you the one watching?
Yeah, but they don't have that anymore. Look, I kept watching. I hate those shows. I don't even want to talk about it.
See, I love Riverdale and Nancy Drew.
Now, what I will say is the first kill that we see in this book kind of freaked me out. Like, because, like basically what it looked like, at least to me, and I'm literally reading this in the comic and seeing it, and I'm just like, oof. Like, it looks like she like takes, like she has like the kind of shears you use to cut fabric, and she had like 2 of them, like one in each hand, and it looked like she just like snips the side of the guy's neck on each side at once. And I was just like, oh god, like
Nice.
that was like, it felt like a lot. It felt like a lot to me. Like just something about like that visual and that like I'm just like, I would not want to see that in motion.
Larry, have you ever held a pair of fabric scissors in your hands?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, like if you do, like that scene will be even more intense for you.
Oh yeah, why? What's the scissors?
But the fabric scissors can cut through almost anything.
Really?
Yeah.
You never had scissors that just glide?
Yeah, like it's just they just cut by themselves, like without
Yeah.
they do other work for you.
Like
Yeah.
butter.
Yeah, and I'm talking about like through thick denim, like.
Like butter.
So imagine that going in a dude's skin, like
Yeah.
whatever elasticity you had, it's there's none,
I don't
And
like
then she probably clamped down too, so she probably stabbed once it was in it, clamped down. That'd be
Yeah, I think one of them cuts the carotid. That's what
that's what it
I
looks like.
Yeah.
It looked
Yeah.
like she got it
Well,
on
that's why
each
there shouldn't be
side,
that
just
much
like-
blood in the tub, because once you puncture that's a 6-foot stream at the beginning, and that's like good, like a good 3-4 pints, and the
I
body
don't
only
think
has a certain amount of pints,
I don't
depending
think
on.
you get that much blood from one human body. So.
Yeah.
But she's a serial killer, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got like 10
She
bodies.
probably diluted it with water,
Ah,
a little, put through a little bath bomb in there. A little
Yeah.
colloidal, was it colloidal essential oil shit or some shit,
Little lavender.
A little lavender, yeah. Shea butter. Yeah. She does have a skin condition,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Gotta get
vitamin
that
E
cocoa
oil.
butter.
Yeah.
So where do you all think this book is going to end up going? Like, you guys have any thoughts on like where it might go or where you might want to see it go?
If I would have read the other books, I could tell you, but because I feel they fit a pattern, just like it, but I haven't. So what I could tell you is that these books, well, this one, I think like I assume it's only 5, so she's probably either gonna get caught or get away with it, and then just like become like either like a high-end fashion designer that kills people too. Yeah.
I think she's gonna get famous, sell a bunch of shit, and then get caught, and then people are gonna realize they bought like people
Skin
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think. I mean, she doesn't kill. She's got to kill a lot of people like that, and she's not really Beyonce,
Or is she?
I mean, she's working her way up there. Like,
Because I know
Right.
what's the book. Plastic has like 3 trade paperbacks or something. So it's like the story I told you was just like the first issue, yeah, and I don't know
That's
where it
crazy.
goes from there, So I wonder if it's like a shared universe or something.
There's too many serial killers. Like, anybody got anything else they want to say about I was a fashion school serial killer before we do some rating?
Y'all sold me. I'm gonna read this after the show.
Well, there it is. 5 out of 5 review from Hecht. All right. Jay, what about you, buddy? What would you rate I was a fashion school serial killer #1?
I'll give it a 4. I really enjoyed it. I really like the character. Really want to see where this goes.
Okay, cool. Oz, what about you, buddy?
same as Jay. The art's kind of basic, but it works with the story, and they do some stuff with colors that are interesting.
There it is. They do. Moses Magnum, what would you rate this book?
It's a 4. Definitely, like one. I was talking about a little bit. The dialogue feels a little TV showy. It kind of does, but also if I saw this in a TV show, I wouldn't be mad. So
Right.
It's just doing it right. Like this is that type of genre. Like it's exposition and it's not done as smoothly as other. I feel like I've been spoiled by other comics when they do exposition smoothly through conversation. This one wasn't as smooth, but it's still like it feeling like a TV show or doesn't hurt it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would give it a 4 as well. I did like it, and I think it's a good book. I thought it was a good first issue. Definitely intrigued. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. So, cool. All right. Anybody got anything else they want to talk about before we get out of here today?
I
We're done. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm in the process.
Uh-oh, you're cutting out. You said you're in the process of what now?
For death metal.
What about for death metal?
I think it's the music that's affecting them.
Say it
Can you
again,
hear me?
Hack? Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm gonna get everything for death metal to read it.
all the death metal like tie-ins and books
Yeah.
and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeesh. It's a lot of
'Cause-
stuff.
Because apparently it bounces around more than Batman R.I.P. and Final Crisis. So it's getting a lot of the trade paperbacks and then bouncing between them.
Wow. Okay. Well, there it is. Jay, final thoughts.
Nothing this week.
Okay, sounds fair, friend. Moses Magnum, how about you? You got some final thoughts for us?
I mean, nah.
Okay, well, listen. For myself, I will say that I did hear that there is a giant compendium of all the Transformers comics that are coming out through Skybound, like reprinting basically all the books that have come before. So not just the Skybound stuff, but like the stuff that was like Marvel and all that stuff, like the UK books. So take a look at that. I think they're doing a Kickstarter for it. So if that's something you're interested in, go check that out. And with that said, we're the Fantastic Forum. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Have a good night.